everyone. Welcome to Open Chat. There's going to be a lot of steam let loose. I went on a Twitter rant. I'm going to tell y'all why.
Deputy's pissed and everyone needs to know about it now.
This is where I get to vent and I deal with stupid on a daily basis. I have to let some of that shit out somewhere.
Joe Dad, though.
Alright, so everybody's been inundated with this fucking soap opera that has become the goddamn royal family, right?
Yep.
Which I've been trying to avoid like the plague.
Are we talking about which one are we talking about here? Are we talking about Crown?
No, we're talking about freaking Harry going on every single news broadcast humanly possible and showing up in my timeline even when I don't follow anything royal family at all.
The only time that anyone remotely gave a shit about the royal family is when the Queen died.
So yeah, you had to have that one asshole who
that sucks.
As be predicted, but maybe the reason why he's being so, as referring to Harry, being so self-destructive is because he has autism. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. Every goddamn time somebody does something to piss off the neurotypicals, they always throw in autism.
They always blame us. They're always blaming us.
Fucking time. If it's a school shooting, maybe they had autism. The fucking weird-ass Shama-looking motherfucker during the Jan 6 riot at the Capitol. Oh, he claims autism. Anybody who acts like a jackass, maybe they have autism. We are fucking...
Maybe you lot are just a load of dumb fucking arseholes. Sorry, I know we're already 2 minutes into the stream, but... Meh.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit. I'm cursing because, God, every fucking time.
It's starting to get fucking old, you know? They need to stop
why are we getting
fucking shit?
Don't drag us into this shit. Most of us are avoiding the entire thing like the plague. I'm avoiding it because, hey, I'm an American. I am what they call one of the daughters of the revolution. My family fought and died. So we don't have to give a shit about the fucking royals and their soap opera. Brothers fight. Yes, they get into fist fights. I've seen it. I have.
Right. I do too, a little brother.
Why is this something to bitch and whine about?
It's not.
And
you're going to settle it like lads and you're going to have a punch-up right outside your fucking pub. No questions asked.
I'm just saying. I don't understand why this is news. You got people in the UK starving to death, not being able to use their heat in the middle of fucking winter.
Wagwan, motherfuckers. I am borderline example.
But no, this is what we have to be concerned with. There's literally war going on. People who can't afford their fucking heat. You got people telling them, well, you don't have to use your stove. I know this because I have many British friends, like Miss Chloe.
Wagwan.
Oh, but no, we're going to bitch about this. And because we don't like this guy, we're going to drag in autism.
Yeah, that's dumb.
The best one is, as the point. Sorry, Aspie.
Yeah, that of all the shit that they could be putting in the news, they got to put some bullshit like that into the news.
Oh, it's always that one fucker. Every time. It's that one person, and then it's out on Twitter, so some dumbass who doesn't do any research of any kind will suddenly drag it out, and you know the British media will. Well, maybe that's what's wrong with him. Or maybe, he's just fucking stupid.
Right?
There are some stupid neurotypicals out there. I deal with them every day.
I do too. So there's some of them out there that are fucking dumb as rocks.
Can confirm this.
Go for it.
But also, I'm also blaming the fact that, like, can we also point out the fact that the cost of living is getting so high that, like, Miss Chloe has actually done something, shall we say, like, out of the ordinary.
Go for it.
I have stopped drinking Monster.
Good job.
Oh my god.
That's how broke I'm getting now.
Good way to get healthy, actually. I've stopped
It's a good
buying fucking cigarettes because they started getting really crazy expensive.
The cost of living crisis, motherfuckers.
And yes,
yeah.
HP, it is, unfortunately. I had to rant because I can't get away from it.
I can't get away from the fact that, like, this is coming from my fucking country. I don't mind living life. Just let bygones be bygones, for fuck's sake, and let us live. I am sick and tired of going to my corner store or going to my fucking shop, like, up the fucking road from where I live, and going, oh, can you stop at this amount of money? Because I can't afford anything
bullshit.
higher. My gas and my electric.
We need to
How
fix
much am
the
I paying a
inflation
month?
problem too, people.
How much am I paying a month? I am paying triple digits for my gas and electric. And they're saying that's a problem. They're not saying that's a problem.
Hi, Jeannie. Hi, Cement Shoes. Hey, HP. I'm seeing y'all.
Hi.
Hey,
Sorry, I've not been on
everybody.
for a while. I've just been vibing, dealing with anxieties and shit.
It's,
Yeah, same as everybody.
as usual, I want to smack the media with some fucking reality.
Honestly, I just want the government kicked out of office, to be quite honest.
Same here.
The
Oh,
country.
yes, I did see that. So,
Did you see that link I sent to you in the chat?
that I haven't seen yet. I'll try to get to it as soon as my brain's not much, which might take a while because the last 2 hours of my calls were nothing against the older people. They were lovely, but they did not know how to use the internet. And it was just like, son of a bitch, if you're a kid of one of these elderly folks and you are watching them struggle, go take the fucking phone and do it for them. Don't be
Please,
that
for the love of
ass.
God, help us. I've applied for a job today. That was entertaining. I've applied for a front of house, like, work in a pub.
Nice.
That part is the pub that's right near me. It's only like 5 to 10 minutes up the road from where I live, and I have a friend who's autistic as well. He works in front of house, and he's like, I wish you all the luck.
That's sweet. Cement
The only
Shoes. No, I have not. And the reason why is I use my weekends to catch up on everybody's videos. So I haven't seen anybody's. I did see that with, yes, I saw that from the Colonel on this car. And I'm going to be nice because I think it's just coming from a genuine place of maybe she just doesn't know. But yeah, there was mentions about why are people taking Adderall. I did mention the fact there is a cost to taking Adderall. I know because my bitch ass was put on it when I was in high school.
I was put on it when I was in grade school. It's pretty damn bad.
Yeah, it made it extremely difficult for me to put on weight. But it made my anxiety go through the roof, but that was because I was incorrectly diagnosed and I was given medicine that was not meant for me. Therefore, of course, it was going to fuck me up. That kind of goes without saying. There are people, like my old roommate Sydney, who need their fucking meds or they cannot function. That girl, without her medicine, without her Adderall, is a train wreck. Just
Was that
looking
the one
at
that? Sorry. Was that the one that said "glitter is my war paint"? Like stripper with stiff on her blade.
Yep. She has ADHD. And yeah, she needs her fucking meds. Without her meds, she cannot function.
I'm autistic and have ADHD for the record for anyone new here.
So yes, that some people need their fucking meds.
Oh, updates on what's actually going on behind the scenes about with me. They want to scrap. Sorry, my therapist have just turned around and went, by the way, we want to scrap the fact that you might have borderline personality disorder. We also want to add in the fact that you may have ADHD, you may have borderline personality disorder. Basically, we're gonna like.
We're just gonna throw the smorgasbord at you and see what sticks.
No, what they turned around and they were like, we're also going to find your autism diagnosis as well to prove that the previous like therapist was actually really fucking wrong. And so yeah, they've all turned around and they said, we are so sorry that like he said that you didn't have autism. We do know you have autism. And I'm like, it's on the fucking system.
Right? And I will make a comment on this because I did see that little paper that she posted. And here's the thing. That was some bullshit. There's a lot of quack doctors out there that talk a lot of shit. And the number one is fucking Andrew Wakefield. He was the fucker that started all this bullshit. No, ADHD isn't real. High-functioning autism isn't real. Come
That's
live
bullshit.
with us sometime. Come fucking live with us sometime.
Exactly.
Yeah. Can I fake normal for an exceptionally long period of time? Sure I can.
Yeah.
I'm fucking exhausted by the end of the day. I get off those phones and I just fucking crash. Because I spend all day using the little small talk that I do not understand why neurotypicals need, but for some fucking reason they find me asking about the weather or how their Christmas went as something that's immensely important. I don't fucking get it.
Are you sure they're not British? Are you sure they are not British?
I don't know. Some of them, and oh my god, just some of the racist shit. So today, I had multiple people saying it literally like this. I want it to be American made. Everything else is crap. I'm like,
what? Not everything else is crap. I've seen some pretty shitty
dude,
stuff.
Have you seen anything American made these days? It's shit.
I've seen some pretty shitty stuff too.
I mean,
we haven't made anything halfway decent since the 70s, and even then we were starting to lose it. But yeah, so I deal with like a monumental amount of stupid on a day-to-day basis. So when I crash, like all my autistic features come out, the mask comes fucking off, and I'm just done. And woohoo, I'm neurodiverse. Fuck you all. Wee. It's pretty much like when my weekend comes, I'm free. Then Thursday comes. Dang it.
Fuck. I did something like slightly ornately cute, autistic today. I did the right. So some people know, we do the like arm, like I don't know what to call it, but I call it cat scratching. I do that when I'm happy, and
the kitty
Hi, Rama.
He says, I make donuts when I'm happy. I take my claws out and I make air donuts.
I found a cube. Right. For context, I bought a set ages ago, and the keyboard snapped. Like the first week that I got it because I dropped the laptop on it.
Oh no!
I found the exact same keyboard without the headset, without the without the mouse pad, and and it was only £15, and I'm so happy because it means that I don't have to buy the whole fucking set again. So I sat there, like, bearing in mind I'm in zoomy mode at this point, and I'm doing cat scratching. I'm cat scratching. I'm squeaking. I'm jumping about. I think I pissed off my downstairs neighbour, but I am so ecstatic at this point.
Okay, to speak on what Ginny is saying here, having witnessed it, although I don't have ADHD myself, I have seen Adderall calm an ADHD person down. Like 1 minute, Sydney would be bitching out Paul over something completely stupid, and they'd be getting in like a snarly fight. There's me out there. I will swear to God, I will take this shovel and I will bury you both in the backyard. No, I wasn't kidding. That wasn't a joke either. I was that level done.
Yep.
And then she would go take her meds. She calmed down, and there was happy Sydney again. And she was off getting stuff done that she needed to get done, and then they'd have a conversation when she was sane again. So I've seen it work. The way it affects ADHD people as opposed to regular people is something that people like Kurtz are not going to understand because, as I always say, they're not one of us. You know? They're not one of us. They don't know how this shit works. And they've certainly never worked in the field like I did. And I can tell you for a fact, ADHD very much exists. And a lot of these kids are not going to get better by simply talking in therapy or going out and running in the field. That's not how any of this shit works.
Like, if you said that to my therapist.
I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, squirrel.
If you told that to my therapist before I had the therapist change, fuck me. I think my case would have been thrown out and dismissed because fuck, this guy was he was a dunce. He was a fucking dunce.
I can't see.
It's a bottle of Tempo SC Ultra Beta Cyflutrin Industrial Insecticide.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very poisonous. Hopefully I don't have a bug problem bad enough to use it.
Now that, Ginny, I did not see. Because I saw it and went past it. Because
something
I was going after another person who was saying ableistic shit towards Greta Thunberg.
Oh, was she the woman that shut down Andrew Tate?
Don't fuck with autistic people.
She was the woman that shut down Andrew Tate.
Yep. She's one of our own. This is what I mean when I say don't fuck with us.
You remember seeing these, right?
Yep.
My supervisor was pissed about that. She stopped her bullshit, though.
By the way, if you think I'm proud, you should have seen Paul. He's like, she trolled him so hard he doxed himself.
Right.
Me and my partner were talking about this. We were sitting at his, and he was like, "Oh, by the way," me and my partner we were talking about this, and we were like, he goes, "Oh, by the way, Andrew Tate doxed himself," and I was just like, "Well done, you played yourself." And he just
she broke him down like fucking nothing, and he he wove himself so badly into his head that he literally doxed himself, which is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, due process, yes, I don't like the fucker. He's a sick piece of misogynistic bullshit, but he deserves due process nonetheless. Granted, if he then immediately walks out and somebody socks him in the fucking face, I'm gonna high five the guy who does it. Or the gal. Or the non-binary. Whoever does it. I'm down. Drinks on me.
I mean, honestly, that one was.
Okay.
I'm like when my partner.
We got to explain the situation. So Greta was targeted by Andrew Tate. And he was just knocking her, and she then responded with, email me and I can tell you. She's like, oh yes, I would love to hear it. Please email me at smalldickenergy@getalife. And somehow, this affected him so bad that he made an entire video of bragging about stupid shit, and ended up, because of the pizza that he got from his door just to make his little fucking video, one of the cops recognized that pizza joint, realized it was just down the street from where Tate was holed up, so they used it to find his ass.
Oh, man.
Like, he was so affected by that little quip.
That he bragged about committing a crime on YouTube. Or
no, he didn't say he committed the crime. He was just bragging his usual misogynistic bullshit.
So basically being the, like, stuff up
and why did the cops find his ass?
Women should serve men.
Why'd the cops go after him?
Here's the dichotomy that people don't seem to understand. You got your real misogynistic fuckers, and you got your feminazis. I'm not either. I'm the one in the middle. Men should be treated with human dignity, just like everybody else. And if they act the fool,
they'd be treated like a fool.
But if they're a pretty decent dude just trying to get the fuck by, leave them alone.
Leave them the fuck alone. Right?
I don't believe you should be attacking men for all the evils in the world, because guess what, ladies? We are no fucking saints.
Hold on, HP has just said something in chat.
Hey, as a guy, I can confirm that. I've had ladies be pretty nasty to me before.
We're not saints. Not even a little bit. This whole idea that the man's automatically guilty because he's got a penis is completely batshit insane. But this
Red Robin.
We've got the Andrew Tate followers and the feminazis, and then me in the middle saying, this is bullshit. You're both just awful. Yes.
He said something about the JRC and about the FDA.
Yes. Okay.
Oh yes. The FDA.
Okay. Is it actually going to go through though? Because we had that last time, and then it got repealed within a year. So I'm going to until it is actually officially banned, and then even after that, because they're still gonna do those bizarro world fucking behavioral rehearsal lessons,
which should make no fucking sense.
Plan and their sleep deprivation. So until the whole building becomes a ghost town, I'm not done with them yet.
They need to close.
Like, this shit needs to be done. Should have
I've
been
been wasting a lot of their money recently.
It should have been closed down fucking years ago. At this point, there is no rehabilitation that is ever going to work.
They've
done far too much evil.
Yeah, I've been wasting a lot of JRC's time and money recently. They were pissed.
Oh, good.
They said they sent somebody for me.
Yeah, Merrick,
You're
I've
waiting for
been
that cease
fighting
and
this
desist, aren't
shit
you?
for so long that every single time we've made a step forward, we've ended up taking 2 steps back. So I'm not trying to be the cynical nihilist I actually am. But I kind of can't help it. Because I thought it was finally done and over with and that we had won. And they flipped the fucking corners on us. So we will see. First, I want it done, then I want it actually enforced, and then I want investigations done into the 6 fucking deaths that they've caused.
And
I want
charges pressed for those responsible for said deaths.
I want the place closed, and I want a good majority of the staff who've been complicit in it, especially Glenda Cooks, Matthew Israel, and all those bastards in jail where they belong, where they can never be able to hurt another fucking kid. Because as long as that place is still open, as long as that place is still open, there's still a possibility that they can use their high-paid lawyers to somehow get through again. They need to be buried.
Jail.
Done.
They should be in Supermax prison, actually, where El Chapo is. That way they never get the fuck out.
Ashley, did you get a cease and desist from the JRC?
You know what, Tiff? They should be in the Supermax so they can never get the fuck out, no matter what they try. Because I guarantee they'll try some stupid shit.
Oh, yeah. They always do. They always fucking do. And even after they're gone, there's agape to fight. And all the schools that are centered around that particular evangelical circle of schools and their fuckery. And there's a lot of battles to fight, like, disabled people getting living wages.
Exactly.
So you don't have to look like me at this time of night. Or the few wrinkles you do get is because fucking call center work.
It is like almost midnight my time, so I am tired. But hey,
and if you want to go to bed, that's okay. We will see you next time. I do thank you for coming on. It's been a while.
Honestly, I want to ride this one out. I want to ride this one out because for the first time in forever, like I've actually not been feeling crap about myself. Because self-esteem's a motherfucker, I can tell you that one.
Oh yeah, speaking of Depp news, I love the fact that his lawyer now works for NBC, the same place that hired that freaking insane bitch who keeps like, but misogyny.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean what the fuck you all think it means. Like, but if you stand with a man, you must be misogynist. No, I have fucking brothers, you bitch. I have a stepdad. I have a dad who's no longer here with us. All these individuals have more honor than any of these bitches have ever had in their entire lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, I'm the chick in the middle. I just see the facts in front of me and call it like it is. I'm not going to go for any narrative. Fuck that. I'm the jaded ancient autistic now. I see your narratives and I don't care.
I'm just that one person where it's like I just don't know what the hell's up, and then just see what happens as and when, really, until people start fucking with me, and then I start doing shit.
And then yes, yeah, it was pretty damn epic. And also, it was Lyric, one of our non-binary comrades.
Yes, I know Lyric.
Who blew the top off of Dr. Jessica Taylor. Like, that was beautiful. Like,
nice work, Lyric.
That was glorious. I loved reading through that. Like, see, this is what journalists should be doing, but instead, it's us. Who's surprised?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised.
It's what we tend to do. You fuck with us. You say stupid
Fuck with us and
shit.
find out.
Just saying. Play stupid games, win stupid.
Yeah.
And by the way, when we say don't fuck with us, we're not just talking about don't fuck with autistics, although that should be self-explanatory. We're also talking
yeah.
Don't fuck with our entire community. I'm going to say this because Jenny mentioned it. Do not go out and pontificate on things you do not understand, particularly with medicine. There are individuals whose medicine saves their fucking lives every single day. And do not tell me, someone who has worked, again, in the damn field, that ADHD doesn't exist. I had quite a few individuals who were consumers of mine who had ADHD and needed a great deal of assistance. It was difficult because of their hyperactivity for them to hold down jobs in order to be able to survive. Some people need their diagnosis and they need their damn meds. Do not come at us and peddle those fucking quack doctors like goddamn Andrew Wakefield. Although I don't think she quoted him. I may be wrong, but I'm hoping she didn't quote him because that is not the guy you should be hanging your hat on. He had his license yanked for a reason. My point is, when it comes to that and that little conversation here, we've lived with the ADHD diagnosis now since the early 90s when it first became known. Were there a lot of people who were diagnosed with it who probably didn't actually have it? Yes. More than likely. Trend diagnosis, I can say this, does actually exist. I was misdiagnosed because of that very reason. And I had to deal with the fucked up consequences for being put on Ritalin and then on Adderall, and the dosage continued to go up until I said, fuck it, I'm done. But for those who actually have the diagnosis, they need their meds. And please, for the love of God, do not throw it down like it's a fucking drug addiction. It is not even remotely the same goddamn thing. They don't act spastic because they're addicts that need a fix. That is bullshit. Okay? I've seen ADHD kids before they've ever taken a single fucking pill. And I've seen them after they started taking the medicine. It actually does help them. Just because you don't understand doesn't mean you need to start questioning the over last 30 years of fucking medicine. You may not understand it. I understand that. You might be neurotypical. There are those within our community that need their meds. What they don't need is to be gaslit. Don't need to be told that they don't have a diagnosis that they know damn well they have. And you certainly don't need to be telling them that they need to be just going off of it. Yeah, just stop with the stupid bullshit. Pick up a DSM. Go talk to somebody who actually works in the field. I don't mean read an article over something you have no experience with. I mean actually talk to somebody who works in the field. And that's going to be pretty much all I say about that. But yeah, I had to let that out there because I had to deal with that shit. Ms. Close had to deal with it. Aspie Chan's had to deal with it. Everybody has had to deal with one of those people who sit there and try to tell us, well, actually, you're not really have this thing at all because of this reason, this reason, this reason. And it's always stupid stereotypes.
Hey, Tiff.
Go. Yeah.
My parents even tried to get my autism diagnosis and shit removed. So for whatever fucking reason, I'm assuming they're trying to like hide it as like an embarrassment or whatever. I don't know. You know, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
No,
I put my input here.
here's the big thing about both diagnoses. A lot of people can't see the need for the meds, in particular with ADHD, because they see that they're functioning relatively well. Could it
They're already
be they're functioning relatively well because they're taking their meds? My uncle he's schizophrenic. Not Wayne. It's another uncle.
Uncle Mike.
Ew. I don't have an Uncle Mike. But I won't say his name on here. He cannot live a normal life and function without his meds. This is an individual who hallucinates a lot. And for a good solid 10 years of my life when I was a kid, truly believed that he was Elvis. Before he was properly diagnosed and put on meds so he could function. Please stop with the big pharma is the big scary demon. Big pharma is a problem, yes, but let's put it in context here. Let's deal in reality. Ugh. Okay, I'm good. I got my rant in. I feel a little better.
You got it out your system?
Whew.
That's the kitty.
The kitty is in his chair and he's very solidly asleep.
Harass the kitty and pet it.
Merrick says here. Neurotypicals be like, oh, knowing what our child may have a problem with and having an option of helping them is an embarrassment. Let's remove it, replace it with bullshit that will hurt them even more. Same shit, different week. The only thing is my mom is an actual medical professional who's worked in the field for several decades, longer than most of these folks have even been alive.
May I put several bits of input? The one that says it's an embarrassment, like for us to be different. I'm using that term very loosely here.
Mm-hmm.
If you're saying that, like, it's an embarrassment to be different,
That's what a lot of people said to me.
You have embarrassed yourself as a parent. You have embarrassed yourself as a parent for not loving your kid the way that they are. You are.
My mom just didn't give a shit. All she ever said was, well, that's just Tiffy. That's just how she is.
Here, check this out.
Nice.
This is for busting them fucking lighted up blue lights and shit.
My grandmother, the way that my grandmother dealt with my autism when I was a little girl, she was just like, oh, someone's fucked Chloe off. Yeah, it must be a Tuesday.
That's also for dealing with rats and shit stuck on the sticky rat traps at work. Did you know that?
I'm sorry, I was reading Merrick's comment
that's
there.
a pellet gun.
Fair enough.
Merrick says, around my parts, this shit is rampant. Autists get replaced with ADHDs and whatnots, get wrong pills, have mental issues, just socialize and get friends. I'm going to say this as a girl who was severely bullied when I was a kid until I hit just about middle school. I'm a guy that's
pretty badly bullied, too.
Had an autistic meltdown in the middle of class, picked up a full, and we're talking 90s, folks. 90s fucking heavy desk.
Heavy wooden desk?
Yep. Picked it up and threw it into the wall.
Please remember, the UK is really, really stark different compared to the US.
I've had meltdowns before, and slam heavy fire doors on things, broke shit.
But to say this as someone who was
Smashed
very
windows.
heavily bullied, so much so that I had my entire class start chanting and singing jeers at me so loud that the teachers down the hall could hear them. And they had to come get my fucking freaking out ass and calm me down. Yay, weighted blanket. That saved many a life that day. But the point is, the whole just go get friends. Have you met these fuckers?
I was a social outcast for a fucking reason. I was bullied relentlessly. I ended up befriending my music teacher because, like, he was the only one that actually understood me.
Same. Max Acres, wherever you are. Or as I used to do, Acres.
I ended up
my level as well. If you're like hearing this, or you see me, or if you hear of me again, thank you. You're fucking awesome.
Hey Tiff.
Like,
yep.
I ended up hanging out with all the so-called turd balls and thug kids because the teachers were secretly, most of them were siding with the bullies and the nasty shit, just making it worse and worse and worse. For example, one year I was stuck in a tiny room alone. That's the only room I was allowed to be in, basically, besides the fucking bathroom.
I'll say this for the so-called kids from the wrong side of the tracks. They're not judgmental little bitches.
They're not at all.
And most likely are more than likely to stand up for you as opposed to be the bullies. But they smoke and they do stuff outside of school. So
guess what? One of my closest friends, who is so-called one of the turd balls, is actually autistic and ADHD as well. The last time we met, we were in JDC. He was there for drugs. Dangerous ones.
Literally, that's my argument to those types of parents. Have you met these fucking kids? They're
toxic fucking jerks.
They're a bunch of bitches and assholes. A good majority of them have had their parents kiss their ass since the day they've been born. They are individuals that will target us because they feel small, and by beating us down because we're smarter than they are, it makes them feel big until we hit meltdown. Then all of a sudden they got nothing to say. But yeah, don't tell your kid, just make friends. Okay? That's such bullshit. Okay?
The only friends I have are on Discord nowadays.
They act like we don't make any effort. Like, teachers would tell my mom, she's not even trying, and da-da-da-da-da. My mom took me to the therapist once just to appease the teacher. And what my therapist say? She's not making any friends because all the kids are bullying her. Yeah. Do not just dismiss us by telling us to go make friends with the assholes who are calling us slurs and acting like they're going to beat our ass until we snap and beat theirs. Because, yeah, that's such a cop-out. It's such bullshit.
I was, for context, when I finally stuck up for myself, I was in year 10. And I finally whipped around, bearing in mind, I am sick and sick. I'm getting sicker and sicker and sicker of this kid's shit. I finally snapped in my religious studies class. I felt so sorry for the teacher. Please bear in mind, I also knew her son. I knew the teacher's son. I turned round and I was like, I am so fucking sick of your shit and telling you, like, having your remarks of you saying, oh, I write so slow. The only reason why I write slow is because I've got problems with my hands. I've got problems with my brain. So the only remark you should be saying is, why do other people write so fast, and keep your fucking mouth shut? I then got suspended for that.
That's some bullshit. You got suspended for that.
But when you do shit like that, that's when the misfits take you under their wings. And God bless every single last of my misfit group in high school. Every last fucking one of them were awesome, including
The best one was like the context of how I got suspended. Like, it was the last lesson of the fucking day. I was like, okay, just put me in this room and we'll be done with it. Nope. I got suspended for the next day as well. And I was just like, bruh, you're not going to teach me anything.
You know what I would have done, Chloe? I would have walked out. If they would have told me I was suspended, I would have walked out and said, "Thanks for the free vacation, motherfuckers." Would have probably pissed on the floor too.
Okay,
I was in school suspended.
I would have got suspended out of school. I'd have made damn sure I was out of school for at least a week.
Now I met my best.
Do that shit, I'm gonna get my fucking money's worth.
I got my best friend in high school, and how we met was I just sat down because there was nowhere else really to sit, and her and I engaged in a really fun, like, just kind of tongue-in-cheek conversation all lunch long about the power of cheese. Just really corny ass jokes throughout the entire lunch period, and she just rolled with it. She didn't think it was weird. She went with it, and I knew, like, this is one of my people. This person needs to be accumulated into my life that they can get with my kind of, like, sometimes stupid humor. It was beautiful.
I have a best friend. I'm not going to say their name for reasons, but I'm going to refer to them as Soup Time or Soup.
That's okay. Sue is
now,
good.
Me and Soup, we were both in year 7, and I turned around and I was like, I know you. And they go, I know you as well. So we both looked at each other and we were like, you went guides, didn't you? And then we both went, yeah. And then I was like, oh, cool. Hi, I'm Chloe. And then she was like, hi, cool. I'm Soup. And then it just kind of went from that to, like, how old am I now? How old was I back then? I was 12 when I first started
Well,
school.
aren't you 21 now?
Yep. I was 13 when I met my best mate. I am still best mates with them to this day.
We do tend to gravitate almost unconsciously to our own. We befriend the ADHDers, the dyslexics, the other disabled kids. We just naturally gravitate towards our own.
This was the best one. My friend Sue doesn't have a diagnosis for any neurodiversity. They are just really, really intelligent.
I mean, sometimes you run into those folks.
I think I just got to a point where we just kind of chilled out together, and it just kind of got better and better, and then I realized how much of a social outcast I was. So, yeah.
No, I get it. And I'm still friends with her to this day because even though neurotypical, she automatically understood my humor and, yes, my massive amount of cynicism.
My friend Sue, I had an hour-long conversation with them today, and they were like, "Hey, do you remember when you did this? It was blackmail material, and I remember this." So we had this small little trampette or tiny little trampoline, like a sports trampoline, if you know what I mean, Tiff.
Mm-hmm.
One of those. I tried to jump off it. My leg got caught in the leg of the trampette itself. I flew over it. The crash mat was there, but I missed the crash mat. So next thing you know, and next thing you hear is splat. And then everyone, like, my best friend was laughing, but making sure I was okay. My poor teacher, he turns around and he goes, Chloe, are you alright? Please bear it in mind, I'm having a red mark across my face. I'm having a bruise come up on my face, like my leg as well. And I'm like, I think I need to go to the medical room. Please bear it.
Yeah, we always call it the nurse's office over here, but I know where you went. You guys' version of the nurse's office.
Yep, and I was like, Mrs. Street, can I have an ice pack, please? And she was like, what did you do? Please bear in mind, my whole, like, side of my body is red. And it was cartoony, the way that I went splat. And it was just, I walked around with, like, 2 ice packs. One on my face, and then one, like, between my skirt and, like, my body, because I was in so much pain. Teachers was like, Chloe, can you roll your skirt down, please? Bearing in mind, I am not, like, I'm like, no, I've got a fucking ice pack across, like, my waist, because, and they were like, what did you do? I face planted.
You poor thing.
I turned around and I was like, Soup can vouch for me for this. And then they were like, of course, she did face plant.
Well, I'm going to steal my brother's power of blackmail against me by saying my most epic moment was I was supposed to inherit his little Yamaha dirt bike. So I'm riding around, driving the dirt bike. I stop at the wrong time. I ended up going like half up the house, fell straight down, and managed to get my hand caught in between the brake and the handlebar.
Ouch.
Yeah, I screamed like a little bitch. Like bloody.
I crashed my bike into a tree and hit my groin on one of the bars before. That really fucking hurt.
And then there was my
spiritually felt that.
Like my stepdad and my brother and stepbrother were they lost their shit. And then there was my mom was the nice one, and then there was those assholes laughing their asses off. Now I don't really blame them. That had to have been some funny shit. Just break, bam, straight down on the back tire, and then the bike just tottered like this for a second. Of course, they kind of did the same thing to her earlier because she was riding one of the bikes and like messed up her knee. So she's just like, they're just being little assholes. You come in and I'll give you an ice pack. Thank you, Mom.
I'm not like, so the way that I landed, okay. I remember which side it was. I landed this side.
Oh man.
Face, like, the slap to the floor was just bang, and then it was like, ow. I was laughing at first, and then I started crying because of how much pain I was in.
Good God.
I still remember the pain in my side the next day.
Yeah, I would imagine.
It does hurt. It really does hurt.
I bet.
You know your gymnasium floors? Yeah?
Yeah, they're hard as shit.
Yep. This was a gymnasium floor.
Oh, son of a bitch.
This hurt.
I bet it hurt just like, but you gotta play volleyball, participate with the others. What part of my physiology says that I'm an athlete? Like, even now, granted, I exercise twice a day like a maniac, but I'm still not hand and eye coordinated. And the only time I was ever able to hit a baseball for softball was the one time I hit it with my fucking hand.
I did a game of dodgeball rounders.
Oh. I was good at dodgeball. Dodgeball was my game. I got get out a lot of aggression that I felt during the day during dodgeball. I'm like, all right, fuckers, now it's your turn.
I'm not sure if you play like it's similar to baseball, but it's also similar to. Have you played rounders?
No, I've never even heard of it before.
Okay, it's probably called softball over in the States.
Probably.
So you've got 3 bases, you've got your pitch as well. And so I slapped the dodgeball so far out the way that I was like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And they were proper lobbing it around. And then next thing I was like, I'm on third base. I can do this. I can actually do this. Please bear in mind, this teacher, Mrs. Leeds, she really had doubts in me because I'm not a small kid. And lo and behold, I fucking do it. I'm gone. And she's like, she looks at the teacher who, like, the teacher looks at me. The other teacher who actually judged me for being like slightly overweight as well because I don't run fast. Like, they both looked at each other, then looked at me, then looked at my best friend, then looked back at each other, and they were like, "Wow." And I was like, "Yeah, don't piss off the autistic because that shit happens. Just don't do it again."
Or you become Greta Thunberg.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, to the little bastard who's like a little Hmong inbred autistic girl, you better hope you never meet me.
Right,
because I will fuck up your shit.
I will too.
Some of us autistics know how to fucking fight and have been trained to do so.
Some of us grew up in rough fucking places.
That too. And both of those. All right, folks, we're closing in on an hour, and I got a detox from all the stupid. And God, they were nice old people, but my word of advice to anybody who comes by this channel: if you see an old person struggling and they're getting ready to call the internet people to help them with an order, but they can't even follow through with instructions because they don't know what a search bar is, take the phone and help them out. Don't be that dick. Because I can hear your asses in the background. Stop with your stupidity. Go help your elderly person out. Okay? For the sake of everybody's sanity.
Right.
We also like
search bar is 3 times. Just yeah.
Who wants to hear like a slight Debbie Downer? I caught COVID like right before Christmas as well.
Merrick, okay, this is a good note to kind of end things on. How can we even take neurotypicals seriously? They talk shit to us, we return the favor, they pack it in, run away like cowards every time. And you neurotypicals are weird as shit. You come in on us about being different, but then you all will run and support somebody like fucking AH, and they get mad at us when we don't. Because unlike you people, we don't give a shit about your feelings. We don't care about your narratives. We don't care about believe all women. We believe in facts. Verifiable evidence that can be proven. Data that can be seen. We don't care about your narratives. We don't care about your bullshit you're trying to push or the money you're trying to make. We don't care. Okay? We like facts. We
Mhm.
don't like when you come against another neurodiverse individual, very obviously so, I might add, and I mean that with love. I do. I love all my people. Everybody knows that. But yeah, no. Neurotypicals, you get up to weird shit. You just believe shit. You don't have any actual sound, solid reasons for doing so. You just believe stupid shit. You stalk for celebrities for some god knows reason. You sit there and you pontificate on their relationships with other people more than you focus on your relationships with other people. Y'all get up to some weird shit. We're supposed to be the guys that are weird.
We seem bloody normal compared to neurotypicals.
I mean, I'm not out there speculating on anybody that I might be a partial fan of and who they're dating with this week because I don't care. That's literally, I don't care. Their life is, hear me on this, none of my business.
Mm-hmm.
Their family life, who they're dating, who they're fucking, it's not my business. Now, are they going to put out something awesome here pretty soon? Now, that is my business. That's what I'm paying for. What they do with the rest of their lives, they get to
not our business.
Ugh,
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand normal people sometimes.
It's getting late. I've got to jump off. I've got shit to do.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we're going to go ahead and close out, folks. I do appreciate everybody coming. It's going to be another late one come next Monday because we got to change hours for Martin Luther King Day. So please, folks, shoot me. Shoot me so I'll be in a hospital and I won't have to deal with this stupid shit. Anyways, I will see you all next week. As always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. And yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.
See ya, everybody.
Oh, before we go.
Kitty cat.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
You good kitty. All right, bye-bye, everyone.
See ya, everybody.